Hi, this is Porter Thorndike, and I'm going to take you through the creation of the pie matrix quantity by region located in Retail Samples Charts folder. So there's a lot going on in this visualization, and it is really communicating a lot. We're starting with a donut chart, and the donut chart is showing us the quantity sold by region. Focusing in on one of these, we also see the total number of products sold. So that alone is a useful visualization, but we've really taken it to the next level by doing a couple of things. First of all, we're making use of the matrix row and column capability, which allow us to take any visualization and break it out into small multiples by rows and columns. And so you'll notice we've got different rows for the last 2 years. And so that allows us to see quickly how things have changed in terms of quantity sold of units. You notice for stereo systems, it went up from 303 to 452K. We're also using size to communicate yet another metric. And if you look at the size legend, you'll see we're using revenue. And so again, focusing on stereo systems, we notice that the revenue increased from 2015 to 2016. The other thing that the size metric buys us is we can evaluate the relative differences in the different categories. Okay, so as we look at the matrix column of product category, we notice which product categories are selling more than the others and are moving more quantity than the others. And we also have activated auto drill, and because there are so many dimensions present on this visualization, we can actually drill down to any of those and maintain contextual awareness. So if we mouse over EMEA in stereo systems of 2015 and drill the subcategory, what I'm going to get is I'm going to get just stereo systems in 2015 for EMEA broken out by product subcategory. How would we create this visualization? We're going to go to chart mode, and we're going to start with the chart type by going to the other button, clicking on the pie grouping, and we're going to pick donut. And some people will say, but a donut is not the best practice for visualizing the information, and they would be right. But I kind of like a donut chart as long as there aren't more than, say, 2 to 8 series. I think it looks great. I think people like it. I think it's not the end of the world if you use it. So let's create it. Let's start by dragging the metric of choice onto the canvas, which is quantity sold. And remember, we were looking at that by region, which is located in the store dimension. We drag that onto the canvas. So really a useful visualization. Already we see we've moved 3.5 million products. We see that North America and EMEA are the dominant regions that we have. Let's take this to the next level. Let's look at this over the last couple of years. And to do this, we could make use of the row or column to break out the same visualization into different rows or columns. And so first what I want to do is I do want to apply a filter of just 2015 and 2016. So I can compare the last 2 years. And I'll get all of the values and just add in 2015 and 2016. And then I can drag year right into that row bucket. And I dragged it into the animate bucket by mistake. That's how easy you can change the bucket. That's what it would look like in columns. And this is what it would look like as a row. Let's leave it as a row. And so immediately we can see that North American sales increased in 2016. We can see that we moved, about 565,000 more products in 2016. So let's keep working on this. If I want to look at this across product category, good way to do this would be make use of the matrix column. And I'll expand my product dimension and drag product category right into my matrix column. Okay? So now I see relative differences in terms of the sales by region. I can look at the total in the donut chart, and I can see which product categories have sold the most. And if I want to take this even further, what if I wanted to know, which product categories, regions, and years produced the highest revenue? A great way to do this is make use of the size bucket. And that's actually going to size the pies based on the revenue. And you can see in the size legend right here. So we see stereo systems have the highest revenue, followed by media players. So you get the context of where each product category fits in with the other product categories which have the highest revenue, which have moved the most products. You see how that changes over time as well. And the last thing that we did was we activated Auto Drill. And so if we click on the Format tab and click on Auto Drill, the great thing is that because we've got 3 different dimensions in play here, region, product category, and year, there are 3 different dimensions that we can drill to automatically. And it will maintain that contextual awareness of what we've clicked on and where we are. So this has been creating the pie matrix sample, looking at it by product category, in year, sizing by revenue, and displaying each series by quantity sold.